Before Roy Campanella came to the major leagues, he had an extensive history in the Negro Leagues. Campanella started catching for the Baltimore Elite Giants in 1937 on weekends as a 15-year-old high school student, spelling their lead catcher, Biz Mackey, and he was being mentored by Biz Mackey and trained in his position. Eventually, he became the starter for the Elite Giants, and by 1941, he was on the All-Star team. In 1941, he was also showcasing his talents to the major leagues and was called away for a tryout in Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Pirates. But just before the tryout, it was canceled by the team's owner, and that took Campy away from a crucial series. The Elite Giants were playing his home team, and they fined him $250 for missing that series. And he didn't like that, so he decided to go play in Mexico, and that's why you see him pictured in the Monterrey uniform in Mexico. And he spent the next several seasons playing in Puerto Rico and in Cuba. 1945, he was on a black all-star team that was touring the country, and that's when he was seen by the Dodgers manager, Charlie Dressen, and signed by the Dodgers shortly thereafter. After he signed, though, he did have to spend 2.5 years in the minor leagues, totally unnecessary. He was ready to catch in the major leagues. Part of the problem was that white pitchers did not want to pitch to a black catcher, calling the signs and calling their games for them. But in the 2.5 years he played in the minor leagues, 2 of those years he was the league's MVP, and then he was finally brought to the Dodgers in mid-1948, kicking off a fabulous 10-year career for the Dodgers. 8 All-Star teams, consecutive years, 49 through 56, and 3 National League MVPs, 1951, 53, and 55. 53 in particular, he hit 325, or rather 312 with 41 home runs and 142 RBIs, which was at that time the most by any catcher in a single season. He was a great defensive catcher, quick on bunts and dribblers in front of the plate, great pitch calling, and good at throwing out base runners. And he was an offensive catcher. And although 1957 was not one of his best seasons offensively, he is leading the way for the Dodgers, hitting over 300 for the tournament, and is 5 for his last 7 with 5 RBIs in the last 2 games. Roy Campanella and the Dodgers host the Baltimore Orioles for the final game of the 1957 tournament. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you the final game of the 1957 tournament. This is game number 31. The Baltimore Orioles go to Ebbets Field and take on the Brooklyn Dodgers. Billy Lowe's against Carl Erskine. We have been using Fall Classic Baseball, and today I will be using the fast action cards, not to roll the dice, but to give me the out results and the base hit results. You can also get, of course, the 51 through 53 charts here off the card as well. Erskine, he is a C pitcher. It's not necessarily a death sentence. It's not a huge difference between the columns. Billy Lowe's bullpen, let's see how that went. he has his A stuff. All right, so now Billy Gardner steps into the box. Erskine with his C stuff. We'll see what he can do. Here's the pitch. 43 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Caught by Charlie Neal. He throws the first, one away. Billy Goodman spent a lot of time with the Red Sox and in his career, also White Sox, but he is now with the Orioles. 24 is, it's above the 17. HBP is 1 to 7, so he's going to be out on a fly ball to left field. Elmer Velo pats his mitt and makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Here is Bob Boyd, former Negro leaguer, played with the Memphis Red Sox. He's from Mississippi, nicknamed Rope in the Negro Leagues because of all the hard line drives. He's not a home run hitter, but he has hit for a high average all of his life. In fact, somebody figured out in his 4,300 lifetime at bats in the majors, minors, and Negro Leagues, I think he was about a 327 lifetime hitter. Here's the pitch to Bob Boyd. 61 is a ground ball to second base. Junior Gilliam has it, makes the short throw to first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Billy Lowe's takes the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. He is one of baseball's original flakes. He was a weird character. Had a lot of superstitions too. He would not, when he was pitching, he would not come out of the dugout until the opposing base coaches were in their coaching boxes. Kept his glove on the same place on the dugout bench between innings and laid it down the same way. Very superstitious man. Here is Billy Lowe's pitching to Charlie Neal. 6-4 is, and those is using column A. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. The second baseman, Billy Gardner, throws out Charlie Neal. 1 down. Junior Gilliam. 1-2 is an out. Ground out to shortstop, Willie Miranda. 2 batters and 2 bouncers. Here is Duke Snyder. 3-6 is a fly ball to center field. Capping under is Jim Busby. He makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the second. 0-0. Carl Erskine was a spot starter for the Dodgers, so he started and also relieved. He was 5-3 in 1957. He had a little bit of a role in the 1951 championship playoffs with the New York Giants and Bobby Thompson's home run. Newcomb was running out of gas for Brooklyn in the bottom of the 9th inning, and there were 2 relievers in the bullpen, Ralph Branca and Carl Erskine. When the manager called to ask which one to bring in, the bullpen coach, the bullpen coach said that Erskine just bounced a curveball, so he chose Ralph Branca. Otherwise, it might have been Carl Erskine brought up to the mound. George Kell, the Hall of Fame third baseman for the Orioles, leads off for Baltimore. 6-4 is off column C. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Charlie Neal throws out George Kell. Gus Triandos. 21 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Erskine has retired all 5 Orioles he's faced. Now he has Bob Neiman. .56 off column 3 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So again, he doesn't have his best stuff, but he has retired all 6 batters. We go to the bottom of this second inning. Orioles nothing, Brooklyn nothing. Billy Lowe's, 6'4" right-hander for the Orioles, 12-7 in 1957. He prepares to throw to Dodger first baseman Gil Hodges. 54 goes to the 54 chart, which is the unusual plays and wild pitches. Go to Wilder chart. Stretching a single into a double, possibly, so it's going to be a base hit for Hodges. We'll see if he goes to second. We refer to the center fielder's arm rating and roll a D6. Center fielder Jim Busby is a 2. So 1 to 2 will be an out. Okay, now it says refer to arm rating. Roll D6. S arm gets the batter out 1 to 5. A is 1 to 3. W is 1. So he had the Raiders, the ratings on Busby, he is an A, but 1 to 2 assist rating. So let's take a look at that. Busby, no, he's a 1 to 3. So half a chance, we're not going to do that. Gil Hodges will hold it first. Cofferillo. Pitch to the Polish Rifle, 25, is a ground ball to third base. The throw goes to first. Hodges goes to second. 1 away, and Dodgers have a man in scoring position for Elmer Vallo. 54 is a 54 chart again, now with a runner on base. That's the back of, let's see, fast action card. Men on base, refer to the pitcher's wild pitch rating. 1 to 11, that is a wild pitch, and Hodges goes to third. The sacrifice rating is only 3. We're not going to try to squeeze play, but I'm kind of looking for opportunities to do that. Here's a pitch to Vallo. He needs to get something into the air. Let's see, 46 is ballpark card. That's a 1. That's going to be a drive. It might be, it could be, it is over the right field fence for a home run. 2-run homer, puts the Dodgers up 2-0. And this is the championship game. Roy Campanella. Campanella has homered twice in the last 2 days. 25 is fly ball to center field. Jim Busby is under it and makes the catch. 2 down. And now Pee Wee Reese. Reese is playing third base. 23 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Bob Neiman. That ends the Dodgers half of the inning, but on the 2-run homer by Elmer Vallo, they take a 2-0 lead into the 3rd inning. Jim Busby will lead off for the Orioles. He is a fast outfielder. Thought about having him bat first. He does have possibilities of stealing, but I think Gardner had a little bit higher batting average. Here's a pitch to Jim Busby. 5-5 is a base hit to left field for Busby, and that we'll see possibly that speed. He gets a jump 1 to 3. Erskine is a strong-armed right-hander, meaning that you roll jumps for both the runner and the pitcher. He doesn't get the jump, but if we rolled off the pitcher, strong-arm right-hander would be 1 to 3. He would not get the jump. Willie Miranda, light-hitting shortstop for the Orioles. Here's the pitch. 23 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Billy Lowe's is a very light-hitting pitcher, 080. He'll try to bunt him, but gets down toward Erskine. Erskine will make the play to first base. It is a successful sacrifice. 1-4, score it. And the base runner goes to second. Now Billy Gardner, 2 outs, base hit, could cut the lead in half. Erskine gets the sign. Here's the stretch and the pitch. 21 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Charlie Neal has it, throws across the diamond. That's the end of the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Brooklyn 2, Baltimore nothing. Dodger pitcher Carl Erskine will lead off the bottom of the third inning. 53 is a range chart. Check the range of the center fielder. That is Jim Busby. Busby is a 1 to 15, so that's very good range for a center fielder. Let's see, we roll the 20-sided dice, and Busby makes the play. Here's Charlie Neal. Neal was a star for the Dodgers in 1959 when they won the World Championship. He was one of their best hitters that season. Could hit with some power, and he hit pretty good average. 52 is a air check on the third baseman. George Kell is 1 to 3 be an error. A tough play, but George Kell makes it. 2 outs. Junior Gilliam. Four-two goes off the pitcher's card. Billy Lowe's is pitching on the A column, and that will be a fly ball to Jim Busby in center. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Brooklyn. All right, if you're a native of Brooklyn, you probably refer to Carl Erskine as Oist. Oist toes the rubber, and he'll have Billy Goodman to pitch to in the top of the fourth, followed by Bob Boyd and George Kell. 36 is a, let's see, we're working off Erskine's third column. That's a fly ball to left field. Elmer Vallow makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Bob Boyd. Boyd was the first black ball player signed by the Chicago White Sox. 25 is a fly ball to center field. Duke Snyder makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Here is George Kell. '16 is a fly out to the right fielder, Carl Fiorillo. And through 4, Carl Erskine doesn't have his best stuff, but he's allowed only 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 Brooklyn. Duke Snyder leads off the bottom of the fourth for the Dodgers. 42 is a Gil Hodges will lead off the, or not lead off, but bat second in the inning. He was the Dodgers' all-time career Grand Slam leader when he retired. He had 14 Grand Slams, and I think he retired second in home runs for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Gil Hodges. 6-6. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Not a grand slam. Nobody's on base, but it extends the Brooklyn lead to 3-0. Hodges touches them all. Carl Fiorillo. That just barely got over the wall. 17 on a 1-17 split. But it was far enough. Here's the pitch to Carl Fiorillo. 5-2. That's a defense check. Shortstop for errors. Willie Miranda is 1-7 on errors. And he makes the play. 2 outs. Here's Elmer Vallow. Vallow hit a 2-run homer in the second. 46. Ballpark card, 7 off the ballpark card is a foul ball. Strike 1. And 43 is an out. Fly ball to right field. Let the Dodgers add 1 in the 4th. Brooklyn 3 and Baltimore nothing. Gus Trianos will lead off for Baltimore and try to jumpstart his what so far has been an anemic offense in this game. Here's the pitch to Gus Trianos, 1-4. Is a fly ball to center field. Duke Snider has it under control and picks it out of the sky, 1 down. Bob Neiman, right-handed batter, 276 hitter in 1957. 42 is ball 4. And Carl Erskine has walked his first batter. Jim Busby. Neiman, I don't believe, is a threat to steal. Success rate is about 50%. Here's a pitch to Busby. 33 is a single for Jim Busby to center field. And the runner on first goes to third. First threat for the Orioles. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Busby's 2 for 3. Or 2 for 2. Timeout. Baltimore manager Paul Richards is going to start pulling some strings and bring in Jim Breidwasser. He will stay in the game and play shortstop. He's batting for Miranda, bringing a 268 average to the plate, replacing a below 200 batting average. Al Pilarczyk is also coming out on deck. He looks like he's going to hit for Billy Lowe's if Breidwasser does not roll into a double play, and that's how the Dodger infield's playing. They're playing to try to get 2. Here's the pitch to Breidwasser. 55 is going to be a triple for Jim Breidwasser. 3 is a 3-bagger, driving in 2 runs and making the score Brooklyn 3, Baltimore 2. A very different ball game now. Here is Al Pilarczyk. Pilarczyk comes up to the plate. Brooklyn is going to play the infield in, meaning on a ground ball 1-3-5 will go through. Ground ball 2, 4, or 6 on the white dice. That ground ball will hold the runner at third, and yeah, we'll go to first. Here's the pitch to Pilarczyk. 25 is a single against a right-handed pitcher. Base hit to center field. That scores the tying run. It is 3-3. Somehow I put too many runs on the board after the triple. But that pinch hit single makes it 3-3. Breidwasser scores. Pilarczyk's at first. He is possible threat to go. Stole 14 bases. Billy Gardner's the batter. Ray Moore's working in the bullpen for the Orioles. He'll be the pitcher in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pilarczyk's jump number is 1-5. Excuse me. Let's see if he gets a jump. He does not. Pitch to Gardner. 26. That's going to be a single against a left-handed pitcher, but Erskine's a right-hander. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. 2 outs. Billy Goodman, 308 hitter in 57. .45 is a ground ball to shortstop. Charlie Neal throws to first. 3 outs. That's the end of the inning. But the Orioles score 3 times in the top of the 5th. We've got a brand new ball game. Campanella leads off the bottom of the fifth for Brookman. Flied out to center field. First time up. This time he gets a walk. Campanella throws away the bat, hustles to first. Okay, it's interesting, on his steal card, he stole one base successfully. So he has a SBS rating of 20, but a jump rating of 0, so he can't steal. He would be a good character to try to hit and run with, though, with that success rate. Maybe I'd have to take a closer look at the hit and run chart. Here's Pee Wee Reese. He is an A hit and run hitter. Why not? Because he's only got a 224 average. So let's roll the dice and start the runner. You roll 2 6-sided dice, add them together. 6 is a ground ball to the pitcher. Runner goes to second. There's further instructions on that result. A 4-2 roll, first check for a walk, or a 3-3 roll is a ball and the runner tries to steal. This is a 2-4 roll. So a ground out and runner advances. One down. Carl Erskine has a 1-3 bunt rating. Fails to get the bunt down. Four or 5 no park home runs. 19 is a single, can stretch into a double. Single right field. His rating for throwing is Billy Goodman. That's a 0, so he's going to stretch it into a double. A double helping his cause is Carl Erskine driving in Roy Campanella. Dodgers back on top, 4-3. That could be the biggest hit of the game. 91 hitter getting a double. Charlie Neal. 1-2 is a base on balls 1-5. Neal keeps the line moving, first and second. One down. Junior Gilliam. That is a ground ball to second base. Runners advance. Slow runner is out at second if Erskine is slow. No, that's not Erskine. That's Neal. He's not slow. So ground out to second. I think the runners advance. Second and third with 2 outs. Here is Duke Snider. Duke Snider is overdue. He's over his last 10, but over the last 3 games. But 4 games ago, he was 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a homer. Behind him is Ferrello, has just as high an average, actually a higher average than Snider. But he does get no, it's Hodges. 299 hitter, but he is a right-handed batter. So they're going to walk Duke Snider, even though he's been 0 for 10. Load the bases with 2 outs and go righty-righty. Here's the pitch to Gil Hodges. 3-6. Ray Moore is pitching off his C column, and that's a fly out to left field. Dodgers leave them loaded, but they score once. We go to the top of the sixth. Brooklyn 4 and Baltimore 3. Middle of the order for the Orioles, Bob Boyd, George Kell, and Gus Triandos. There's a pitch to Bob Boyd is a 16. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, caught by Elmer Velo. George Kell, Hall of Fame third baseman who helped raise up Brooks Robinson in the 1957 season. 1-2 is a above the walk split. That's ground ball to third base. 2 outs. Gus Triandos. '56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Carl Erskine has settled down after a rough 5th inning. Brooklyn 4, Baltimore 3. Crawford Rillo leads off for the Dodgers. They only lead by a penny. That's not a safe lead. 24 is a 20 above the hit by pitch number. That's going to be a line drive to the third baseman, caught by Kell, 1 down. Elmer Velo. Velo is 1 for 2, homered in the second inning. That's a base hit for Elmer Velo to right field. Not a threat to steal, Roy Campanella. Campy has flied out and walked. 6-1 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. The 8th place hitter, Pee Wee Race. And 45 is a walk 1 to 10. That's 18, so he is retired on a ground ball to third. Dodgers are out in the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. Brooklyn 4 and Baltimore 3. Carl Erskine, who is pitching off his C column, will have Bob Neiman, Jim Busby, and the replacement Breitweiser, who replaced Willie Miranda earlier in the game. Here's the pitch to Bob Neiman. 6-2 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Elmer Velo, 1 away. Here's Jim Busby. Busby skies 1 to left field. All right, here's Jim Breitweiser. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. 64 is a out. Another fly out to left field. Elmer Velo makes all 3 plays. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Brooklyn 4 and Baltimore 3. Carl Erskine leads off for the Dodgers. 6-6 roll. And it's 9. That's going to be a single for Erskine. And for a 091 hitter, he's having a banner day with a bat. 2 for 3. Erskine is a slow runner at first base. It brings up Charlie Neal. Dodgers would really like to get another run here. Neal is not a good better hitter than he is a batter, so he's going to swing away. 56. Off Moore's third column is a strikeout. Jim Gilliam. '13, ground ball to first base. Fielder's choice. 3-6. Gilliam is the base runner at first now on fielder's choice. He might be a threat to steal. Stole 26 bases. 6 is his jump rating. Ray Moore is the average right-hander. Let's see how he looks on stolen bases attempts. 1-2, he will not get the jump. He does not. He does get the jump. So there goes Gilliam. Gilliam's success rate is 14. Triandos throwing arm is average. No, it's strong. So I'll take 2 off that. 1-12. 1-12, he'll be safe. And it's a stolen base for Junior Gilliam. So he's in scoring position for Duke Snyder, who we said is 0 for 10 and overdue. Moore's got a pitch to him. .42 is a base on balls. He pitched carefully. That brings us to Gil Hodges. Right-handed batter. Important out for Ray Moore here. Here's a pitch to Gil Hodges. 5-2 is a defense check. Second baseman for Ayers. Billy Gardner is 1-3. And that is a tough play, but he makes it. 4-3. That closes out the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. Brooklyn 4 and Baltimore 3. All right, Carl Erskine returns to the mound to pitch the 8th inning. He has pitched to 26 batters, and he's only rated to pitch to 27 as a starter. So he's got one more to go, and then if a bad thing happens to him, he goes to pitching column D. Tito Francona will bat for the Oriole pitcher Ray Moore to lead off the top of the 8th inning. He is a left-handed batter. 46, ballpark 15 is a foul ball, out of play. .24 is above the hit by pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Erskine takes care of the pitch hitter, Tito Francona. Billy Gardner, leadoff hitter, has rolled out twice and flied out. 34 is a base hit off Erskine, and that's what they didn't want to see. Erskine is going to need to be replaced. Manager Walt Austin will go to his closer, Clem Labine. He is 5-7, 17 saves in 1957. Let's do his bullpen roll. Doesn't have his best stuff. C. Billy Goodman steps into the box for the Orioles, down by a run, 1 out, and Billy Gardner at first base. 1-2 is a ground ball to shortstop, fielder's choice. So Gardner is retired. Goodman's on first. 2 outs, Bob Boyd. .35 is a single to center field. Goodman goes to third, and the Orioles are still threatening. Runners on the corners. George Kell, Hall of Famer, 299, 297 batting average in 1957. Right-handed batter. Triandos is also right-handed. Triandos has got some power. The pitch to Cal. Here's the pitch. 3-3 is a single base hit to left field. Runner scores from third. Runner on first goes to third. Game is tied 4-4. That run is charged to. No, it's not charged to Erskine because his man was taken out on a force play. So you can close the books on Erskine. 7 1/3 innings, 3 runs allowed, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Gus Triandos. 6-2 as they swing and a miss, strike 3 for the third out. But the Orioles get it tied in the 8th, 4-4 tie. Billy O'Dell is the new relief pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. He rolls column A. And Coffiarello steps in the box for Brooklyn. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. O'Dell was signed out of Clemson University, and he went straight to the major leagues. He was a bonus batter, did not pitch in the minor leagues at all, and I think he had 10 years in the major leagues. Turned up on the 1962 San Francisco Giants National League Championship team. Here's a pitch to Elmer Vallo. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. He was a strikeout pitcher at Clemson University, and he's bringing a good fastball into this game. Here is Roy Campanella. 6-6 roll. There's a drive by Roy Campanella. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. Roy Campanella home run for the third day in a row. Puts the Dodgers on top, 5-4. Pee Wee Reese. So it's been a mixed bag for Billy O'Dell. 2 strikeouts and now a home run. Here is pitch to Reese. 42 is a fly ball to the left fielder, Bob Neiman. 3 outs. But Brooklyn takes it to the top of the 9th with a lead, 5-4. Here we go, the 9th inning of the championship game. Clem LeBion returns to the mound. He's ready to pitch to 11 batters. He had a rough 8th inning. 1, 2, 3, 4. He pitched to 4 batters, 2 of which got hits. Bob Neiman steps in for the Orioles. Down by a run. 55 is going to be a base hit for Bob Neiman. He is a potential tying run. Walter Austin's going to go to the bullpen and bring in Ed Roebuck. His role is C stuff. His worst stuff, Jim Busby. He's a 5 bunter. Don't want to give up an out though. Here's the pitch to Busby. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Jim Breidwasser. Breidwasser hits a base hit, a single to right field. Runner goes to third. First and third, 1 down. We're also bringing in a pitch hitter, Joe Ginsberg. He is a 4th pitch hitter employed in this game by the Orioles. First and third, 1 out. Brooklyn is going to play for the infield end. Here's the pitch to Ginsberg. 2-2 as a base on balls. No more room. Billy Gardner. Can Billy Gardner put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Infield's playing back for double play depth. Here's a pitch to Gardner. 23 is a fly ball to right field. Not very deep. A fast runner could score, but the average speed runner holds. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here is Billy Goodman. Infield is back. It's going to be up to Goodman for the Orioles. Last chance for Baltimore. 15 is a ground ball to second base. Gloved by Jim Gilliam. The throw to first. 3 outs. The Orioles leave the bases loaded, and that's the ball game. Final score, Brooklyn 5 and Baltimore 4. We'll be back with a wrap-up. We've got a 1957 double elimination tournament champion, and they are the Brooklyn Dodgers, them bums. I almost said them dumb bums. They're not dumb. Them bums. The Orioles scored 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Brooklyn scored 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Well played game, a closely fought game. The winning pitcher was Clem Levine. The loser was Billy O'Dell. Home runs in the game, both by the Dodgers. Elmer Vallo, a 2-run shot in the second inning. And then Campy Campanella with a home run in the 8th inning, game-winning home run. And Campy Campanella, for the 3rd day in a row, is the star of the game. He drove the bus for the Brooklyn Dodgers. 3 home runs in 3 days. Campy Campanella is your star of the game. Tomorrow there will be a video. I will talk about my thoughts on Fall Classic Baseball. I hope you can tell I do enjoy this game. I like it. And we'll talk about it a little more in detail. Not so much how to play it. We did a video of that, I think, before we started the tournament. But I just want to give my opinions on the games, things I like about it, things maybe I don't like about it. And then also tomorrow I want to announce what the next project is going to be. We'll start the next project on Monday. And I've been thinking about this project for some time, and I'm ready to do it. It could be a long project. We will see. And I'm not exactly 100% sure yet how I'm going to do this project. But I'm going to do a project, and I know what it is. And we'll say tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.